Welcome back to the Kane and Day Show. I am your host, Kane. You can find me on Twitter at Killing Kane, and streaming now on YouTube at Killing Kane. We are out here streaming with the boys, playing some COD, and just having a good time. And I'm going to kick it over to my co-host here, and he will introduce himself, and we'll talk about Week 11 of the NFL season.
Yeah, my name is Day. You can find me on Twitter, Realdaygaming1, and follow the show on Twitter, the Kane and Day Show.
Just do it. We want to talk to you guys. All right, so Week 11, another one of those weird fucking weeks.
I feel like the whole season's been like that.
And you know what? I'm here for it. And I was talking to my boss today saying, I hope this week's weird. I hope this week's super weird.
Well, it's starting with the Lions,
Yeah, let's see if they can go. Let's see if they can beat the Bills.
They won't.
And go on a 4-game win streak.
They won't, but they will have a sellout crowd for like the second time ever. So they're expecting the second most people ever for a Lions game.
That's crazy.
Which is, yeah.
That's crazy. And they play every Thanksgiving.
That is true. I will be wearing my Lions jersey to dinner tomorrow because,
when in Rome, right?
I don't care. There is no dress code for my family, so.
That's fair. But kicking off
before.
Kicking off Week 11, the Titans came out and showed out against the Packers.
Yeah, the Packers are just so sad right now. The Lions have the same record as the Green Bay Packers, technically.
That's crazy.
Packers didn't have their bye week yet, but
let's start on the Packers side of things. You don't really do much when you get 56 yards of rushing. You don't get much. You mean Aaron Rodgers asked 227, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. And
both Christian Watson.
And Christian Watson has been hauling them in. Randall Cobb showing, former glimpses of himself. 6 for 73, which is a good day. Which is a good day for an older guy in this league. Alan Lazard came out of the woodworks, got himself going. But Aaron Jones needs to be more productive on the running side. Also needs to be more productive in that passing game. 6 for 20 yards isn't going to that's not going to cut it. It's just not. This Packers team is relied so heavy on the run, and A.J. Dillon and Aaron Jones are both suffering because of it. He needs to get the ball spread out, open up that run game, and they might win some games.
Well, I think their problem right now is they relied so heavily on the run that when teams are just stacking the box, and stopping it, they force them to pass, and
even they
haven't been moving the ball.
Yeah, and their defense hasn't played well all year. It's not good. It's not good. On the Titans side, though, Derrick Henry, first career, I think, passing touchdown.
Yeah, that really almost hurt me. I won by 8. If I had lost by 2 because passing is 4 and running is 6 in my league, I would have been mad. Mad.
This goes to show, to me at least, how bad this Packers defense is. Ryan Tannehill was 22 for 25 for 333 yards. With a touchdown, he did throw an interception, but it didn't really matter. 333 yards on a sorry defense. Derrick Henry ran for 87. So you're looking at practically 400 total yards. Treylon Burks breakout game, 7 for 111. Huge game for the new kid. Really huge. Robert Woods, nice, had 69 yards. Derrick Henry caught 2 for 45. This Titans defense or offense, they are kind of rolling. With Derrick Henry's rolling, the rest of them are doing pretty decent. And if this Treylon Burks can burst out, I think he'll be really good for them.
Yeah, they need somebody other than just Robert Woods.
Right. They have Austin Hooper on the team, which I like Austin Hooper as a tight end. He's not bad, but he's not great either. He's kind of that middle of the road guy. He'll get you about 50 yards if you need him. But, I mean, unless he runs over somebody and throws the nastiest stiff arm you've probably ever seen.
He did good in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Not so much in Cleveland, but that's because Baker was his quarterback.
He also did that dirty stiff arm when he was with Atlanta. Speaking of Atlanta, they won this week against, we're going to play our weekly how many passing yards and how many attempts did Justin Fields have?
He had like 120, didn't he, on the ground?
How many passing yards did he have? We're going to go that way first. Attempts and
200.
yards. 153. How many attempts?
35. No. 28.
21.
I don't have the stats actually right in front of me yet, so it's like
fair.
Really am just genuinely guessing.
I like this new portion. It's fun.
I knew it was a high scoring game, so I'm like, well, they had to have passed a lot. It was 37-34, right?
27-24.
Oh, that was the Lions game.
He threw a touchdown, 1 interception. I mean, you're not getting much in the passing game from Justin Fields. I'm just saying that now. You're only going to get most of the use out of him from his legs. I mean, he's running better than both of their stud running backs. So
he only had 85 on the ground. That was close. I said 120.
85. David Montgomery clocking in behind him at 67. Not bad.
Yeah,
it's what you need.
54 in the air, though.
Yeah, 54 in the air. Cole Kmet. I mean, just Chase Claypool's just there. He's just there.
I don't know why they wasted a second pick if they're not going to use him.
Like, he broke the market for other wide receivers during the trade deadline. There's no way he was worth. There's no way he's worth a second. I would say a fourth at best.
No, his peak potential, he could be worth a second, but they're not using him.
Yeah, they're not, and it's not good.
I do genuinely believe when he does catch the ball and doesn't drop it, he is worth a second round pick. But
there you go.
If they're only going to throw it to him 3 times a game, then why the hell would you go out and get him?
So since that's the truth, that's true. It's not good. He hasn't had any production at all.
He hasn't had a chance. He's got 6 targets.
Yeah, it's not good.
7 targets in 3 weeks.
Well, when you have a quarterback that can't throw the ball, that's kind of how it goes.
Or offensive line that can't block for him.
That's true. There's that too. So let's go to the other side. How many attempts and passing yards did Marcus Mariota have, Ben?
Probably 18 and 135.
20, 131.
Damn!
You were close.
So I did, bring up the stats, but I didn't look at the Falcons side. I only looked at the Bears side. I want that known. I had no idea. Was it really?
Yeah.
131. Jeez. If I had nailed that with genuinely not knowing, I would just walk off.
Yeah. The podcast is over. See you later, guys.
I'm putting something on the big screen downstairs.
Oh, he's gonna go put a lot of money on something. That's for sure.
Don't worry. Thanksgiving football is here tomorrow. Don't worry.
On this side, I mean, one of the worst things about it is Kyle Pitts went down again. Now he is done for the rest of the year. That's tough. The rushing side, Algier had 55. Patterson had 52. Mariota on 13 carries had 25. That's unacceptable. Really is.
That's a lot.
All of this is kind of just like, man, that's not a lot. And on the passing side, you had Kyle Pitts with 43. Drake London, I believe, caught a touchdown for 2 yards.
And that was it.
And yeah, I mean, you have a slew of people on this team. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different people that they threw to. And it's not pretty.
But you know what's wild?
They still won.
If the Buccaneers lose, they are still tied for first place.
I mean, shit. Cordell Patterson did more on the kick return side than he did.
Hey, he broke an NFL record.
147 total yards and a touchdown. I mean, Young Hoku, he is a phenomenal talent with that leg. He hit a 53-yarder. Got him. He was 2 for 2. I mean, just no brainer.
They still won.
They sure did.
Those stats could look sad, but they still won. Like I said, if the Bucs lose this week, they're tied for first.
And then this is another weird game where the Philadelphia Eagles won by 1 point.
They should have won that game. That's besides the point.
And then you have the OC running to the Colts sidelines yelling, "That was for Frank Wright. That was for Frank." It's like, I mean, Frank isn't doing a great job at being the head coach. Jeff Saturday kept them in a game that they should have been blown out by.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the kicker missed one field goal.
So here's the thing, right? Like, you know how when Jeff was hired, we were sitting there like scratching our heads and stuff, right? And you had all the ESPN whatever sports personalities coming out of the woodworks being like, "What the hell?" It's like, yeah, it's not great that he got the job, right? Like, there were more deserving people, but at the same time, it's like, I guess it really doesn't matter how much head coaching you have. When you're behind probably two of the greatest minds in football with Peyton and Aaron Rodgers, you know, I think he knows a thing or two. He's 13-time Pro Bowler, one of the better O-linemen back in that era. I think he knows a thing or two. I really do.
Agree.
And, you know, it's like Michael Irvin, who, what's his name? The guy with the gap in his teeth, Strahan. All these big wig, or Bill Coward too, right? The old Steelers head coach. Did y'all, have any training going into being a commentator or a sports analyst? I don't think so. I think they just offered you a job outside as soon as you were done doing whatever you were doing. Like, it doesn't matter. It's not any of your guys' decisions. At the end of the day, it's Jim Irsay's decision on who he wants to lead that team, and he wanted Jeff Saturday. And I'm chalking this up as a fucking win for them.
It's a win for Saturday, but it's not a win for the Colts.
Right, of course. It's a hey, my second game, baby. I just lost by 1 by the unanimous best team in the NFC. Like, that's a big win in his book, and it probably kept the players pretty high up there on energy level too. It's no small feat beating this Eagles team this year.
Right.
I mean, Washington just gave them the work.
And I won fun coupons.
But, I mean, hey, my hat goes off to Jeff Saturday for doing amazing. And now let's get into the stats. Matt Ryan, coming out from the dead, 213 yards. Not bad. It's not great. Jonathan Taylor finally sparked it up. 84 yards and a touchy. That's perfect. You need him. Zach Moss didn't do shit, though.
You don't expect him to.
No, and then you have your little slew of guys in here, like Michael Pittman and Paris Campbell. I mean, I would look, the way this offense is looking the last 2 weeks, I would pick up Paris Campbell if he was in your fantasy. He's going to get a lot of targets. He was
open, too.
Yeah.
He was open a lot.
5 for 67. I mean, he was sitting on my team. Might as well. But overall, wasn't a bad game. Wasn't a great game.
It was close. It was close the whole game.
It was closer than it should have been. But
that's true.
On the Eagles side of things, I mean, they didn't look good either. Jalen Hurts, 18 for 25, 190, 2 touchdowns, and this is a dude that's been throwing the ball everywhere and anywhere that he wanted. It does hurt them that they do not have their tight end anymore. Dallas Goedert was a perfect option to go to, and now they don't have him, so you're going to maybe see this offense falling off a little bit because now you're not going to have the three-headed monster in Goedert, A.J. Brown, and Devonta Smith.
Right.
On the running side, I mean, Jalen Hurts, 86 yards. Miles Sanders needs to pick it up, 13 for 47. Not good. Not good. And you're a guy that's shown how much you can do with your legs. 13 for 47 ain't cutting it. Boston Scott, you need to also perform a little better. You've been a guy that's shown that you can perform as well. You had Devonta and AJ leading the way in receiving yards. 78 and 60, not terrible. But with AJ Brown having this phenomenal season he's having, he needs to be that dominant force just like Justin Jefferson has been.
Yeah, well, nobody in the league is a Justin Jefferson. That's the problem.
That's true. That's true. It was a hard fought win for this Eagles team, and they really gotta come together, or hope they've come together during this week, coming into Thanksgiving weekend. I mean, it's a busy time of year. You have the players doing everything they can to be mentally.
They just brought in Nabikin.
Oh yeah, that's true. They did.
That's
they did.
Help the D-line.
Yeah.
They play Sunday night, all black uniforms, including a black helmet, which they've never worn the helmet before.
Oh.
Against the Green Bay Packers.
It's gonna be a battle.
And we all know how much Sue loves Aaron Rodgers.
Our next game here, though, was close. Made the Jets finally pull the trigger on benching Zach Wilson coming up on this Thanksgiving weekend.
I don't even think that's fair. Like, he's 5-2, both losses to the Patriots. And that game was a 3-3 barn burner.
Until the end.
Absolutely abysmal game until 5 seconds left. And really, that should never have even been a touchdown because the refs missed a clear and obvious block in the back when he was already gone. There was no need to even touch that guy, and that should have been called. The game should have at least gone to overtime, tied at 3. In my opinion. Because I even saw it like in real time when I saw it. I'm like, that was a block in the back. Where's the flag? Because they call it all the time.
Yep,
all the time.
Sure do.
It doesn't matter to the team either. But for whatever reason, on that specific play, they didn't actually call it. They kept the flag in their pocket. That Patriots go and win the game because there's 5 seconds left. So it's like,
I don't think they wanted to stay there any longer. And
no, because that game was wanted to make you ram your head through a wall.
Right. And looking at the stats side, I mean, Zach Wilson was just ungodly bad. 9 for 22.
Both guys were bad.
Oh yeah, 9 for 22 though, 77 yards. Not good. Not good for being the second overall pick last year.
He's 5-2 this year as a starter.
I understand that, but you and me both don't believe in him.
I don't, but I'm trying to justify this decision to put in Mike White, not even Joe Flacco.
So here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Look at last year when Mike White took over. Look at how much he was throwing the ball. He was slinging it everywhere. They were scoring. They were just getting beat because their defense wasn't that good. I mean, you come over to this receiving side, Garrett Wilson, your clear number 1 receiver, 2 for 12. Tyler Conklin, your tight end, 2 for 15. Elijah Moore, a guy who can catch the ball, 2 for 17. Denzel Mims, 2 for 35. That's not good.
Former first-round draft pick.
And then you have 3 guys who didn't either get a yard or got negative yards. And on the rushing side, Zach Wilson led the way with 3 for 26. That's a decent number if you look at it. But Michael Carter, 8 for 19. James Robinson, 7 for 10. Ty Johnson, 4 for 4. Garrett Wilson, 1 for 0. Not a good look. If your offense can't move the ball, you're never going to win a game. And this is an offense that's shown that they can move the ball.
Yeah.
So, I don't know what's going on with them. Robert Saleh wants job security. So maybe going to Mike White will change this around, get him back into the momentum of getting in the lead of the division, or not even the lead, just being in the race. But at the end of the day, it's still it's a battle between the Dolphins and the Bills for that AFC East title. And
yeah, but I just don't get it. I really don't. I don't know. I just think they're what? 6-4? Yeah, technically they're in last place, but I mean...
But then you also have to go off of his previous games as well.
I understand. I just said 5-2 as a starter.
I mean,
I don't know why you... It's not like Davis Mills where that guy's won like 2 games every year.
He also, he came back, and I let me tell you what really probably tipped the scale. Is he was in an interview after the game, had no sympathy, nothing, no apology for bad play. Just like, the reporter asked him something and he was just like, nope, we're fine. But you look at Justin Fields when they lost, he's like, no, this is on me. This is on me.
With a dislocated shoulder, by the way.
Yeah, he's like, no, it's my fault. Zach Wilson's not taking the blame for their loss. 77 yards, dude. 77 yards. And you're a fucking starting quarterback in the NFL.
In the second half, they averaged 2.3 inches per play. Not feet, not yards, inches.
Exactly. So get the fuck out of here with your nonchalant attitude. He's not surprised he got benched, which... It'd be a shock to me. You're a second overall pick in the first round.
Look, I've never had faith in him. I always said he was never going to do well. He had one good season at BYU, and tell me who they played. They're an independent.
Nobody.
No, are they in the Mountain West now? They might be. I don't know. Last I checked, they were independent, but I think they joined the Mountain West. But tell me who's in the Mountain West. Nobody.
Couldn't give you a single team.
Boise State.
There you go.
But that's the easy one. You can go like Hawaii. They're in the Mountain West.
Yeah.
It's just cupcakes.
Exactly.
Bunch of Kevin Durant's out there.
But hey, maybe this team turns it around. Maybe Mike White is the answer. Maybe you go quarterback next year.
I'll be appalled. No, they won't. Too soon. Too soon to give Zach Wilson at least one more chance.
I don't know if he does.
Well, if Mike White plays well, then you know what?
Hey,
sorry, brother.
Here's the thing. You got to change your attitude. It's kind of how it is. And, I'll talk more about attitude once we get to another team here later. But, not the best look. Patriots side, Mac Jones did fine. 23 for 27, 246 yards. That's a fine day. It's what he does. He's a guy who's going to be average. And he got you average.
To be fair, the weather was pretty bad.
Right. Damian Harris, 65 yards. Ramondre, the workhorse that he has been this year, had a very down day. 15 for 26 yards. Not great. But on the receiving side, he had 56. You look at Jacoby Myers getting a little bit involved. He's starting to get more yardage, which is good for them. Other than that, though, not a lot happened.
Well, 2 missed field goals. Again, there's 6 points that would end the game 9-3.
Hey, Jonnu is a tight end, right? Jonnu Smith?
I think so.
And the one part that I don't like, right? Look at Hunter Henry when he was in San Diego. Hunter Henry was scary. He was good.
He's a small tight end.
And then he went to the Pats. And he's no longer that dominant force he was when he took over for Antonio Gates.
Well, look who was throwing to him. Justin Herbert.
That's true.
Funny how it works like that, huh?
It's true. Next
Sad.
team
So
here,
sad.
we have Washington Commanders versus Houston Texans. Houston Texans now fall to 1-8-1.
That game was over by the second quarter. That Commanders really just kind of milked the clock.
Hey, I mean, Davis Mills had, about almost 100 more yards than Zach Wilson did, but he threw 2 picks.
Yeah, one was returned. So
He ran a touchdown in for I don't know how many yards, but he was 5 for 10. Dameon Pierce had a really bad day, 10 for 8. Brandon Cooks 3 for 70, showing that he still can do it. Still a head scratcher on why he wasn't moved. You weren't getting a first round pick for him. I think it's because he's aged. But you would have got something in return for Brandon Cooks. You might have got a little package deal. OJ Howard didn't do anything, and he was touted to be really good. Damian Pierce didn't do anything in the receiving end. Just this whole, it was Brandon Cooks and Nico Collins.
Like I said, the game was over by the second quarter, and they just milked the clock in the second half.
Taylor Heineke, I think they're going to stick with them. They're winning.
I think they should.
They're winning. But this is not a good stat line. 15 for 27, 191. Not your greatest performance, but I'm just going to scratch that one off. They still won by 13. Not a big deal. When he links up with Scary Terry, they're kind of unstoppable. Mm-hmm. Antonio Gibson had himself a good rushing day. Curtis Samuel ran one in. And then, hey, look at that. Didn't think I'd see this name at the top of their receiving list. Logan Thomas.
Good.
5 for 65. Terry McLaurin 4 for 55.
You would have to do much. They didn't have to do much.
They did get 2 interceptions.
And one was returned.
Joey Sly was 3 for 3 on field goals. Perfect for him. I think this Commanders team is going to be something.
They might be something, but it's
they need
Texans
Chase.
Are not a litmus test.
They do need Chase back on the field. That's
which he was activated.
Yes.
For this week.
Yeah. So.
Which is great to see.
Yeah. He's fantastic.
He was great at Ohio State.
He was great.
And in the 10 games that he played?
Yeah.
I said something really bad.
Oh.
I almost jinxed Aiden.
Oh.
That was close. Because I was going to say he was playing just as well as Aiden has been so far this year. He did win Defensive Player of the Week last week. Just throwing that out there.
Well, there you go. This next game, the Saints beat the Rams. The Rams are sorry.
The Lions fans are happy.
They are very sorry. And here's the thing. They're not Matthew Stafford's hurt.
Yes.
I don't know what happened to the guy who came in last week and played, or this week, but they're going with a rookie or some dude I've never heard of.
Free agent. Yeah, he's from Virginia. I just don't know. Oh God. I saw it earlier. He played at Virginia last year. Oh God. It was Bryce Perkins. That's who's starting for the Los Angeles Rams next week.
And the weird thing, or did he get? Oh, Matthew Stafford got hurt in this game, huh?
He got another concussion.
Oh, that's not good.
He got another concussion, and then Wolford. I don't know what he hurt, but he got hurt.
Yeah, and then Bryce Perkins came in.
And they play Kansas City.
Yeah.
They both have neck injuries. Okay.
That's not good.
And they also signed Case Cookus. Cookus. Cookus?
Couldn't tell you.
That's who they signed to the practice squad, and that's probably going to be their backup. They have this. He's from Northern Arizona. He's a rookie. 27-year-old rookie.
So they're doing 2 rookies out there.
They are, Lions fans are thrilled right now.
Yeah,
Not that Stafford's hurt, because I'm sure a lot of Lions fans are upset about that. But
that they're
uh,
playing
but
bad.
the Rams, but the
Yeah.
Rams are bad. And
Here's
Cooper Cup out. They might get a top 3 pick,
um
and they might play in the playoffs.
oh, true. True.
They have a legitimate chance.
That's crazy. This
Yeah.
this is a thing that you kind of like to see. Cam Akers, 14 carries for 61 yards.
I have a
Good.
question.
Yes.
Why did they release
Daryl
Terrell
Henderson.
Henderson?
I don't
Daryl
know.
Henderson.
I
Why?
don't know.
They just released him.
They sure did, and then the
Last
Jags
second?
picked him up.
Is that who got him?
Yeah. I saw it. I didn't think about it for a minute, and then I double taked, and I was like, "What the fuck?" He's been solid for them,
He's been the only one running the ball because they refused to use Cam Akers.
dude. Sean
What?
McAvey.
What are we doing?
Dude, their head coach and GM is wild right now, and this is
I don't know what's going on.
and we regard him as such a great head coach.
Yeah, Sean McVay is a great head coach.
Yeah,
Kind of crazy, but
and he's 3-7.
this is the worst start to a following campaign after winning the Super Bowl through 10 games.
Yeah,
No team has ever been this bad.
it's wild. And the guy that came back, Kyron Williams, 7 for 36. Let's see.
What's their schedule look like? I have to know.
Chatterius Atwell he had one reception for 62 yards.
Oh, this kid came in and played last week.
Oh,
He went 5 for 10, 64 yards, and was sacked 3 times.
oh ouchie.
Yikes.
Allen Robinson, Tyler Higbee, and Van Jefferson all getting dealt the ball, which is huge to see. But this defense is not good, and it's weird. It's weird how bad this defense is for the Rams. With the likes of Jalen Ramsey, Troy Hill, Bobby Wagner, Leonard Floyd, Taylor Rapp, Aaron Donald.
Yeah, but you can only do so much. But when you're on the field for 35 minutes, that's
Right.
a lot of time. They're not rotating like they were last year. They don't have the ability to.
No, they don't have
'Cause
Von
they
Miller.
always had fresh guys to just swap in and out. This year, it's not.
It's not
that
the
easy.
same. And then on the Saints side, Andy Dalton, 21 for 25, 260 with 3 touchdowns.
I think they get 2 more wins.
Alvin
year.
Kamara needs to be good for this Saints team to pop off. Alvin Kamara went 12 for 42. Not a good day. Not a good day at all. 47 yards. He had 89 yards total.
When you can just throw, 50-yard bombs to Chris Olave, I don't think it matters.
That's true. Chris Olave did get 5 for 102. I think he's very, very good. Juwan Johnson got another touchdown on his campaign. Jarvis Landry got in the touchdown column. Not
Yeah,
a
he
name
did.
you see lately. They just picked up David Johnson. Remember that name from maybe 5 years ago when he was dominating?
One-hit
Oh, he sure
One-hit
was. He sure was. He was everybody's.
Peyton Hillis.
He was everybody's fantasy
First round pick.
Oh yeah.
For no reason. I'm like,
Oh,
you people
yeah.
are crazy.
So the Bills took care of business after
In
finally getting to Detroit.
That's crazy. Did you see some of those snow totals?
Yeah, I did actually.
Like, I think the highest one I saw was 74 inches in
Yeah.
some spots.
Yeah.
And I was seeing pictures. It was like if you were on the Bills side of Orchard Park in Buffalo,
Mhm.
it was 6 feet of snow. But if you're on the north side where the University of Buffalo is, they had like maybe a couple inches.
Yeah.
It was literally split down the middle of the city. It was so crazy to see.
That's insane, dude. I was shocked to see that fans were out there trying to get them to Detroit.
They love that team, and they
I
broke
know they do.
so many tables. It's so funny, all those parking lots that they're breaking tables, and I'm like, I know exactly where all these places are. Stop it. Those tables are gonna. I bet you I can go down there tomorrow. Well, no, because I guess they're back in town, but because they're here for Thanksgiving tomorrow. But
that's true.
I bet you I can go there next week during the middle of the week at one of those parking lots, and I could still see those damn tables because nobody's gonna pick them up. They're
That's
just gonna
true.
stay there.
That's true. So in Jacoby
I did like what they
Brissett's,
did.
what's that?
They for letting the Bills use the facility, the Bills donated $20,000 to the Lions Foundation, which I thought was very cool. They
Yeah.
didn't have to do that.
I mean,
It's a nice little touch.
it just goes to show that the owner was like, he reached out and he was like, hey, I know you guys got to play this week. We're not at home. If you guys want to come use our stadium, that's cool. I'll talk to the league. And got it all worked out.
He also sent Timmy Hose to the Lions staff as well. But that's not important. The $20,000 to the Lions Foundation is cool.
Right. But in Jacoby Brissett's last game,
What a
didn't-
send off, huh?
didn't have a bad game at all. 28 for 41, 324 yards with 3 touchdowns. What a way to go out.
One of those were garbage time, but that's okay. Pad the stats.
I mean, this rushing attack was sorry. When Nick Chubb is 14 for 19 yards, not good look, Chief. Not a good look.
No, but at least they put some points on the board. That's what I was shocked at.
Well, you look at this receiving side. Amari Cooper had an Amari Cooper game, 8 for 130 or 113. Donovan's People-Jones is a sleeper on this team. 5 for 61, huge. Nick Chubb did stuff in the receiving game. Harrison Bryant, their rookie David Bell, 4 for 22, not great, but you're getting him involved. That's good. But this team's going to look a lot different this week. It's going to be because they play the Texans this week, right? So it's Deshaun Watson's homecoming.
That Browns team might look.
And watch the Texans win.
I'll shit on the floor. I'm not even kidding. I'll lay in my bed in the fetal position, sucking my thumb, if the Texans win with a rookie quarterback I've never heard of, and they beat
Oh, Kyle Allen?
Deshaun. Oh, it is Kyle Allen. He's not a rookie.
Yeah.
He's just not good.
He's not.
Yeah, he's not a rookie.
Don't worry, guys. Good. I got him on this one.
I forgot it was Kyle. There's so many damn replacements this week.
That's true. Going over to this Bills side, though, Josh Allen did not have a good game. By any stretch of the means. He did not have a good game. 18 for 27 for 197 and a touchdown. That's not a good game.
No, but the brace came off, though. He no longer has the arm brace on.
Here's one thing that you love to see. Another thing kind of shitty to see. Dalvin's brother, James Cook, 11 for 86 yards.
Wow, and he didn't fumble?
I don't know. Devin Singletary, 18 for 86 and a touchdown. Fantastic for my fantasy team. But it was great for him. Good running game. The shitty thing is Naheem Hines, 1 for -8 yards. You traded for him. I just feel like they don't use him. He's just there, and that's just unfortunate because I thought Naheem Hines was going to be a very good addition to this team. He could be in the passing game, but in this rushing attack, I'm just not seeing it.
Yeah. But you know what else is good? Is they're 9.5-point favorites tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, that's a big up for them.
I mean, Dawson Knox led the way, 7 for 70. Not bad. You want your tight end to average at least 10 yards. That's good. Stephon Diggs, 48 yards, touchdown. Gabe Davis.
Did you see that rocket Josh Allen threw to Stephon in the back of the end zone?
Yes. Yes, I did.
That was a laser.
And that's with his elbow
Bad
being
elbow,
all
yeah.
out of shape. But no, it's a good win. They're gonna go in Detroit. They're going back to Detroit.
True. But it's funny. Von Miller was actually streaming PGA Tour at 9 o'clock on Sunday. They were already back in Buffalo. That
Yeah.
quick. It's not a quick. It's not a short flight. No, it is a short. I'm dumb. It is a short flight. Probably what?
I mean, at least they were
Maybe an hour?
able to get back into
Yeah.
Buffalo. So,
Yeah, that was wild.
hey, let's look at this game. Let's go to this. Yeah, the Ravens won and
That was
against the
sad
Panthers.
game. It was an ugly game.
13-3. I mean,
Justin
Baker
Tucker,
Mayfield.
kicker.
Yeah, he is. Baker Mayfield threw 2 interceptions, almost 200 yards. Donta Foreman didn't do anything. Chuba Hubbard didn't do anything. Terrence Marshall Jr., there's his name again. 3 for 76, not bad. Chuba got 2 for 25. Shea Smith, 4 for 26. I mean,
Guess who is not starting next week?
Baker Mayfield.
That is true. Sam Darnold is.
Oh, wow. You really
Got his
need
job
to get. I feel like you really need to get Laviska Shenault Jr. and DJ Moore. They need to get open. I heard Laviska is very good.
He is. Well, he was in Jacksonville.
He was, but this is not it, Chief. It's not it. You gotta figure it out because your defense shouldn't be bad. You still have most of your studs that you've had for years. Plus, you added Stephon Gilmore last year, and I'm very certain he's still there. But I feel like he fell off bad. Just not a good look, and even on the Ravens side, not a good look. Lamar threw an interception, 209 yards. Kenyon Drake was fine, 10 for 46. I mean, your only touchdown on the rushing side came from Lamar. But Demarcus Robinson actually 9 for 128, not bad. And Mark Andrews, being the old reliable that he is, 6 for 63, not a bad game for them. But man, they've got playmakers on this freaking offense, and they just don't know how to use them. Like Lamar, I feel like John does not know how to really use Lamar because he's just like, hey, run around. That's fine.
Yeah, let's play backyard football. Who cares?
Like that's pretty much what he's doing. It's not like they're gonna end up paying the man. They have to, right? They have to. You don't want to. You don't want to go through this again with another rookie.
No.
So they're gonna pay the man. It wasn't a great game overall.
It was great for my defense, 16 points.
Yeah, I just think the Ravens should be better than that.
Yeah, they were the biggest favorite of the weekend. They were 13.5-point favorites going into the game. They won by 10. They really should have won by 100, but
yeah. Let's go to the coming on a 3-game win streak.
Man, they're crazy.
Good old Lions. Giants.
You don't understand the hype that is going around this football team right now. You have no idea.
I'm sure. It's kind of like the Seahawks. I have that same thing here.
Yeah, but the Seahawks have at least won a Super. Actually, at least the Seahawks have made it to the Super Bowl.
That's true.
Lions don't have a playoff win since '92.
That's fair.
I'm still 6 years out. Like it's it's like the Cubs.
That's fair.
That's what it's like watching Lions football.
So
they played great.
Yeah. This is a big reason on why why the Giants lost. Daniel Jones, not bad, 341. I think Danny Nichols, as I think my brother would say, Danny Nichols. I don't think he's bad. He can throw the ball. He can. He can. I don't think he's bad, but I also don't think he's great or good.
That's true.
1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Not what you're looking for. And especially
the problem was in the rushing box score.
Yeah, when your leading rusher is Daniel Jones and not Saquon Barkley, you're not going to win.
Can you say the Saquon stats out loud? I know what they are, but can you say them out loud for the people in the back?
For the people in the back, 15 for 22 yards.
best running back in the league? Oh, come on. Guess the Lions, number one scoring defense?
Yeah,
You got to have more than 29 yards
that's
on
true.
18 carries.
That's true.
Tony Pollard did it.
You look at this receiving core. I mean, Wandale. I don't know how to really say that, but Wandale Robinson, 9 for 100, not bad. Darius Slayton getting more involved. And hold on. Kenny Galladay, 29 yards, baby. 29 yards.
And what, one catch? Two catches, maybe?
Two.
Three targets, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, you just got to get your, let's see.
It's just bad. They spend all that money. All that money.
And then, here's a bad
Thibodeau
thing.
had a bad week, too.
2 tackles. I mean, isn't Adoree Jackson supposed to be really good, too?
Not as good as what Kayvon's supposed to be.
Yeah.
I was saying the Lions should have taken Thibodeau before he tore his ACL.
Yeah, well, Hayden's been working out for him, so.
Yeah, Aiden is, like I said, Defensive Player of the Week in the NFC. He is, he had half as many catches as Galladay did from Daniel Jones.
Yeah, and go that's true.
They did have an interception.
Going to the Lions side, Jared Goff didn't have a great game. The 165 yards, not fantastic, but hey, they still won.
Williams.
Yeah.
Andrew got a touchdown.
Justin Jackson, 66 yards. Jamal Williams, 64 yards with 3 touchdowns. Hey, DeAndre Swift, be good again.
He got a touchdown,
He did get a touchdown.
Yeah, I was going to say, I could have sworn I saw that.
But, man, DeAndre Swift has been so disappointing this year, in my opinion. I think you just lead the way with Jamal. He's always ran well. That's the thing. He can run well, and he can catch the ball.
Just think he was running back 3 in Green Bay.
Yeah.
Just think about that. He was running back 3 last year in Green Bay.
And then he got signed to a contract. Like a multi-year deal.
And you know what else is huge for the Lions?
What's that?
Jameson's back.
I did
believe
see
he was
that.
activated.
He was.
That is great. So was DJ Chark, but DJ did not get a target. He was activated, but I don't think he actually got in the game.
It was 0 for 0. So he got targeted.
Yeah.
He got targeted. He just didn't get a catch. Question, wasn't Justin Jackson on the Chargers?
Probably. He had 1 target. So he didn't get in the game. His bio picture still has the Chargers uniform on.
Yeah, there it is. Amon-Ra, St. Brown, led the way, 76 yards. Other than that, your passing game wasn't good.
It didn't have to be.
With getting your star number 1 receiver back, rookie receiver, for the first time this year, huge. Jared Goff is going to unload if they let him go full speed.
Well, to be fair, they didn't have to have a lot of yards because they started short field 3 times.
It's true.
Didn't need to go very far, which also helped. Like I said, 3 turn. Like I was telling, well, I guess that was for the Oregon game this weekend, but 3 turnovers. It's hard to win a football game. 3 turnovers.
That's true. And the next team we're gonna talk about here has some controversy around it. Apparently, after the Broncos lost again, Melvin Gordon went into the locker room and started playing some Future. And apparently, that didn't sit too well with Russell Wilson. So he marched into the general manager's office and demanded they release him.
There's no way. That's not why he was released. There's no way.
I've seen about 5 different stories.
Ain't no way.
Yeah.
They didn't look good again, but that's besides the point. Where are the Denver Broncos? There they are. Ain't no way. Oh no. They said it was after his fumble. That was his 5th of the year.
Hey, semantics. They gotta put something else out besides, hey, we released him because our quarterback asked us to. I wouldn't put it beside Russell Wilson for asking that. I wouldn't.
No, but he does have 6 lost fumbles this year.
That's
Or
fair.
five lost fumbles.
That's fair. But I think if he was blasting Future, that's a shot. And Russell Wilson wasn't dealing with it. No way, no how.
I mean, that's kind of petty, if you ask me.
Of course. So let's
Your
start.
wife made, her own decisions.
Yeah. Let's put it on. Let's put it on. I mean, Russell Wilson didn't have a terrible game. 24 for 31, 247. Not bad. Not Russell Wilson-esque, but not bad.
But you gotta beat the Raiders.
I mean,
They're
Latavius Murray
bad.
got a touchdown, and Cortland Sutton had 80 yards. That's about it.
Yep.
Like, wasn't good.
Just ugly.
Yeah, it's just not good. They're not using Chase Edmonds, and Chase Edmonds isn't bad.
Well, they traded for him. They let Bradley Chubb go for him.
They sure did. And he was 2 for 6. So
I think I saw one of those 2 carries, actually.
that's fair. He might
Out
have.
into the red zone.
Let's go over to Derek Carr here. This is a bounce.
They need to figure it out.
They do, and I still think Josh McDaniels needs to go.
Can't.
Yeah,
They're cash poor. They can't do it.
that's unfortunate.
I think they're still paying Gruden part of his salary. They don't have the cash to buy out Josh McDaniels. He is the head coach for the remaining from the rest of this year, and he will be the head coach next year. All of next year. They don't have the cash to buy him out.
That's unfortunate. It really is. But Derek Carr, 307, 2 touchdowns. Not a bad game. It's what you need. Derek Carr's capable of doing that. He's capable of being a winning quarterback. And he came out and showed out. Here's my big problem with this Raiders team. Josh Jacobs carried every single ball. Like, there is no other player that is listed under rushing.
They're actually not.
There's not. 24 for 109.
I watched the games. I just don't look at the box scores after. Oh, God.
24 for 109. This dude just got back from being injured.
Well, he's about to get re-injured.
Yeah. When you only have one guy rushing, not a good look. Then you go to Devonta Adams. I mean, he had a great game. It's
game-winning touchdown.
Yeah, Devonta Adams. 7 for 141. This is what you expect.
Yeah.
This is what you expect from... We may say Justin Jefferson is the best receiver in the league. When Devonta Adams is being thrown to, I'm sorry. There's not a lot of people that can break up a pass because he's going to catch it. I mean,
yeah, but he's got to do that consistently. Derek Carr he's got to be in position consistently.
Right. And I agree with that. I agree with that. Not only did Josh Jacobs have 109 on the ground, he had 51 in the air. That's the thing. You got to give the dude a break.
Well, yeah.
He was a workhorse at Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't make him a workhorse. That's why running backs they don't last long.
That's true.
And it's just not good. Mac Hollins coming in, doing, what's expected.
They did play a lot better on Sunday.
Right.
Than what we saw against the Colts.
You really just need Darren Waller fully healthy.
Full healthy, fully into the offense. Mm-hmm. It makes a huge difference.
It does. It does. Do you want to talk? Well, I mean, we won't spend too much time on this next game, but man, the Vikings got beat down.
Oh, this game. I forgot the Chargers were a Sunday night game. We're not there yet. Yeah, that wasn't close. Tony Pollard looked great. Zeke looked great. Dak did what he had to.
I mean, Tony Pollard led rushing and receiving yards.
Yeah, and Zeke had 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, it's
Coming back
huge.
from injury.
I mean, they.
Vikings defense looked rough.
I did not know Nick Mullins was in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Weird.
That defense was flying. Kirk Cousins had no time to breathe. That's it. That was the game right there in a nutshell.
Yeah, the defense popped off.
Like it had a strict sack.
They covered. They got sacks. They got fumbles. They did everything.
They were flying
to a T. Dan Quinn, defense showing what they do, week in, week out.
They definitely made up for losing a 2-touchdown lead in the third quarter against Green Bay.
Yeah. Kirk Cousins, 105 yards, not acceptable.
He had no time to throw.
That's fair.
Harry says it. I know it says hits.
But Dalvin Cook,
he was hit 13 times.
That's crazy. Dalvin Cook, 11 for 72. Alexander Madison, 2 for 0. Madison's better than that. I just, like you said, they don't have time. No pockets opened up.
No. They had nothing.
Yeah.
Dallas played a perfect game, and it shows on the scoreboard, beating them 40-3.
Yep, I agree.
They played perfect football.
Let's go to the next game. Wow, it was a shootout. Shootout. 37-30. Bengals are on top. Let's go to the Steelers first. Kenny Pickett, not a bad game.
I don't know why Pittsburgh. I don't know why the Steelers match up so well against Bengals. Don't get it.
They always do. Every year.
I know, but it just that Bengals team, even without Jamar, is so much better on paper. Offensively, except for Eli Apple, he's burnt toast.
Speaking of, Jamar comes back this week.
Does he?
He does. Yay for me. Kenny Pickett didn't have a bad game. 25 for 42, not good on the completions to the attempts. 265 and a touchdown. Not terrible. Najee Harris finally came out to play.
Well, the line blocked for him.
20 for 90, 2 touchdowns. Perfect game. George Pickens came alive in this game. 4 for 83, most yards on the year. I believe this is his first touchdown as well.
Most likely.
And then you have Fairmouth.
Pickett's your quarterback, It's hard to come by.
In Pat Freiermuth. Not a bad tight end.
No, he's not.
But, yeah,
Big Ben loved to throw it out.
Yeah. Like, this defense, especially now that they have TJ back.
That's huge.
They need TJ.
He makes such a difference when he's on the field. I think it's like a 8-point difference per game with him on the field, with him off the field.
I mean, he got an interception as well.
That was a crazy one. Joe Burrow, he got that interception. Joe Burrow looked at him and said, "Are you serious?" I don't even think he meant to catch it. He just meant to deflect it and happened to catch it.
Yeah. You're like breaking right now.
Oh, that's good.
But on the Bengals side, Joe Burrow 355, 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Don't like to see the interceptions by him. I don't. He's better than that, and I am a big fan of Joe Burrow. I think he is one of the most humbled quarterbacks in the league. I've heard interviews, him going on shows talking. He is a realist, and he will call himself out if he's bad. And when he is on fire, I love me a good old Joey Burr. But it was a great game by him. Your rushing attack, not good. But when you can unload the ball to T. Higgins for 148 yards, I did not know that P. Ryan got 3 touchdowns this week.
Yeah, they ran the ball really well.
I mean, threw the ball really well. You mean?
I'm seeing if you're listening. It was a test.
Yeah, you dingus. But But when you pass the ball and you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys over at least 40 yards, it's a good day. It's a good day at the office.
He was 4 for 3. That's wild.
Defenses were nowhere to be seen in that game. But hey, doesn't matter when it's a shootout, baby. Let's go to Sunday night.
Well, it's not.
It was a close game.
I don't know how. I genuinely don't know how.
I mean, Justin Herbert still not looking whole.
Well, Mike Williams comes back and retweaks his ankle.
Sure does.
Keenan had a decent game. Joshua Palmer played fantastic.
He sure did. And he did it on my fantasy team. It was fantastic.
I don't get it. He finally got Keenan back, which I think helped. I think that helped Eckler get to 83 yards.
Yeah.
Justin actually ran the ball. That gives me more confirmation, more than just that one QB sneak against San Francisco, that he is fully healthy. He is back to week 1.
Yep.
Before the broken rib.
I agree.
That gives me a lot of hope that he is fine. But like I said, Mike Williams, you can't retweak your ankle. You have to be out there because DeAndre Carter doesn't have the experience. Isaiah Spiller doesn't. I don't even know who the hell Stone Smart is. Smart has 2 T's at the end. That's crazy. I don't know who Michael Brandy is either. I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, could have fooled me.
It's just and I have faith in DeAndre Carter eventually. I will. He does look like a good kid. He kind of reminds me a little bit of Tyreek because he's quick, he's short, he's fast.
Joshua Palmer has those hands, though. Joshua Palmer has those hands, and he's looking good.
Yeah, he's 8 catches, 10 targets. I mean, yeah. I'm happy with that. But he's had problems with drops, at least from what I've seen.
Mm.
That's a problem.
It is.
Because if it's a 3rd and 5, and it would have been for a first down, you drop the ball. Man, does that suck.
It sure does. It was a close game, though. And then you go over to the Chiefs side. I mean, Travis Kelce did it all again.
I had so much faith in the Chiefs. At halftime, I put money on them when they were plus money.
Well, that's good.
More fun coupons for this weekend.
Patrick Mahomes, 329 and 3 touchdowns. Isaiah Pacheco having another stellar game, 15 for 107. And where's Clyde Edwards-Helaire? 2 for 9.
The IR. He got hurt.
Yeah.
He's done for the year, I think.
They don't use him.
Oh. He's probably not done. No, IR, 6 weeks, right?
Probably.
This was week 11. He'd come back last week of the year. Well, they're going to go to the playoffs, so he'll be back for the playoffs.
Sky Moore coming into his role.
Go Broncos.
5 for 63. They had 4 guys over 50 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Travis Kelce, 6 for 115, 3 touchdowns. I don't know if there is a better tight end ever.
No. I think I saw a thing on Twitter about comparing his stats through his first 8 years and comparing Gronk's stats.
And he's
through 8 years.
In his prime. In Travis Kelce's prime is better than Gronk.
I think he's more versatile because he's faster.
Yeah.
Gronk is bigger.
Here's the thing with Travis Kelce.
He's going to catch more touchdowns.
He's quick, he's agile, and he's flexible.
Yeah. That's where Gronk failed.
He's got light feet. He's got light feet. He's got he's got dancer feet. That's what he's got. He's light on his toes. And I can't think of a better tight end than Travis Kelce in all of existence. Yes, you had the Mark Sanchez. You had not Mark Sanchez.
Tony Gonzalez.
Tony Gonzalez, thank you. And, I said his name earlier. Antonio Gates. You had, those guys who were just...
Oh, God. Who is the guy in Indy?
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm talking about.
I do.
Payne throw to him all the time.
Yeah, but just Travis Kelce gets so much yardage for a tight end. He's not a tight end, really, but he does everything a tight end does. I think he's just a giant wide receiver because he puts up numbers like this every single week.
Dallas Clark.
That's his name. But I don't see anybody beating the Chiefs really going into the playoffs.
You gotta stop them.
Yeah.
That's the problem. You
have to shut down Travis Kelce.
That's part of the problem.
But no,
But if they get Hardman back and they get Juju back, even if you stop Travis, it doesn't matter.
Right.
Because they have so many other weapons. Sky Moore is a weapon. They just have to use him more, in my opinion. And it's not a Western Michigan bias, and I think he's going to be the next Tyreek on that team. But I do think he has the ability to really be a weapon and an asset on that team.
I agree.
He's a rookie.
It goes through Kansas City, and I don't know if anybody can beat them in the playoffs.
Arrowhead's so hard to win in.
Yeah,
they're so hard.
They're just a hard team to beat.
Yeah, they are.
Let's go to final game of the week. I thought this was going to be a lot closer. I did not know that Kyler Murray was out. But this is where accountability sets in, where I was talking about with Zach Wilson earlier. How wild is it that the weekend Warzone got released? Kyler. Well, yeah, season 1 of COD came out, and Kyler Murray is on the injured list.
He missed the last 3 games.
I don't know. Ever since COD came out, he's not been there.
To be fair, where I give him the benefit of the doubt for this week, with it's a hamstring problem, right? I believe.
I can look. Hold on.
In Mexico City.
Yeah.
You are so high up. You're like twice as, I believe it's twice as high altitude-wise above sea level that you are in Denver. So for him to try and run on a somewhat healed hamstring might cramp, might re-injure it.
That's true.
Because a lot of, I don't know how much of that game you watched, but a lot of guys were cramping. Debo was on the sideline a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Just getting the massage gun, just working his legs out.
Yeah.
Because you are under a lot of, that air is thin up there in Mexico City. Although I did think it was really cool to watch that game, especially because it's like, not 9 o'clock in the morning for me, 6 o'clock for you.
That's true.
Like, for England and that Munich game, it was a primetime game.
Right.
And I do know the Mexican fans in Mexico City love the NFL.
Yeah,
they might get a team. I'm not kidding.
They could.
They might get a team.
But their offense is not good. You had AJ Green.
Boy got assaulted out there.
AJ Green, 5 for 50. You like to see it.
He did have a good day.
I really liked AJ Green when he was in his prime. He just couldn't stay healthy. It's very unfortunate. Yeah. But I've been hearing.
Got assaulted.
I've been hearing this name this week, Greg Dortch. I've been hearing it.
Kid's good.
Yeah,
he's gonna be good.
That's what I've been hearing, and I don't know if you saw, but one of the 49ers players was like, "I ain't got no respect for D-Hop anymore."
Yeah, it was I don't know how to say his first name. Chardavius Ward. I know his last name's Ward.
Yeah.
He only plays the outside defensive back.
Yeah.
I know who he is. He's number 3.
Yeah.
I just don't know how to say his first
I
name.
mean, D-Hop, 9 for 91.
Yeah, he called him steroid boy. I saw that.
But Trace McSorley came out again.
Well, that's because they were getting hammered.
Yeah. Yeah.
Trace looked, he had just as much time to throw the ball as Colt McCoy.
This team, the 49ers, and I hate to say it, I really do, just because
Jimmy G is that guy with 5 weapons, and they have an elite defense.
So let me ask you a question, and it's a take I heard earlier from Pat McAfee.
a good one.
What happens if the 49ers fuck around and win?
I wouldn't be shocked.
What if they won the Super Bowl? Right?
I wouldn't be shocked.
I wouldn't be
Jimmy
shocked.
G is good.
But here's the thing.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. What happens next year?
They fuck around and win again.
But
with Jimmy G as a quarterback.
But this is Jimmy G getting a long-term extension. And here's the thing. You're trading Trey Lance.
Yeah.
If you I do not I really want John Lynch to just really sit there and why him and Shanahan thought that Trey Lance was the next great big thing. He played at North Dakota State. He played for 1 year.
Regardless of what college and how we both feel about Trey Lance, Jimmy G is a good quarterback. He's not great, but he is like Tom Brady.
Mm-hmm. He learned from Tom Brady.
I was going to say, look who he sat behind his first, 4 years in the NFL before he got traded to San Francisco?
Right.
He acts like Tom Brady. He's got the posture like Tom Brady. He's just as quick as Tom Brady. He's pretty smart. He's not great by any stretch of the imagination, but he doesn't have to be. When you have CMC knowing the offense now, he's had 3 weeks now?
Yep.
4 weeks?
Yeah.
With one full bye week. You got Debo back. Brandon Ayuk is healthy. The defense. Don't even get me started on that defense.
It's terrifying.
With Nick Bosa up front.
It's terrifying.
They don't even have Eric Armstead.
Yeah.
Shout out Ducks. Go Ducks. That defense is good. Fred Warner, right? Linebacker.
Yep.
He played great. I know he played great on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
They have so many weapons. I don't know how you stop them. And you got what's that running back's name?
Elijah Mitchell.
Thank you. You got him back. That was the first game he played since week 2.
And he led the team in rushing, too.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy? CMC still got his touches, still got his not yards, but
receiving yards.
he still got his catches, and that's where I think that's where CMC really shines is receiving.
Yep.
Out of the backfield. And let Mitchell run all over the place. Who cares?
Yeah.
And let CMC, he'll get a few rushes. But
here's all
him the focal point out of the backfield, catching the ball.
Here's the big thing for all you 49ers fans out there that listen to our podcast. Y'all know me. I'm a Seahawks fan. I bleed blue and green. But I can see talent where it is. And I've said this time and time again with Jimmy G. He's so good. And I have to tell my cousin this every single week. It's yeah, your whole offense didn't show up. Yeah, you guys lost. Your whole offense didn't show up. That's just how it is. That's how it goes. Your defense didn't play well. It's how football goes. And the fact that, some of these people are still oh, yeah, Trey Lance, that's the guy of the future, blah, 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 blah. It's no, he's not.
Well, he might be in 4 years.
How many times, how far have the 49ers got on a fully healthy Jimmy G where he's played a full or most of the season?
Well, they went to the NFC Championship last year, A. And they went to the Super Bowl 3 years ago,
yeah.
B. And went into Lambeau not once,
but twice. And won.
Lambeau is probably top 5 hardest places to win in the playoffs.
I agree.
Because they have the loudest fans.
Yep. And Jimmy G threw 4 touchdowns, no interceptions this week.
Yeah, he had so much space.
George Kittle.
Kittle. He went untouched for a 35-yard touchdown.
I did see that. And here's the thing. we were talking about Travis Kelce earlier, right? Mm-hmm. This is a man that I put right there. Travis Kelce here, George Kittle fully healthy, right here.
But they have to throw to him. That's the difference.
Yep, and they did.
Patrick will throw to him.
They did. They did this week. 4 for 84 and 2 touchdowns. And Brandon Ayuk, I don't care if it's 2 for 20, you still got me fantasy points. And this is why I say Brandon Ayuk is good. He's going to be your red zone guy, and he's also going to have those days where he breaks out and leads your team in receiving because he's got so much talent in him.
But there's so much talent on that team.
As you said, there is talent everywhere. Dude, they still have Kyle Juszczyk on their team.
Oh, yeah.
They sure do.
Them.
They sure are. They sure are. You ran 2, 4, 6, 7 different people.
Mm-hmm.
Elijah Mitchell, going to be probably You're going to go 1-2 punch with him and CMC.
Yeah.
You're going to throw Debo in.
Like Debo out.
And here's the crazy thing. You can run like a triple-ish option back there and don't know who the hell's getting the ball.
Well, that's what they got a touchdown on. Debo
Yeah.
had like a 40-yard run.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Untouched. Again.
Yeah.
Like I said, that Cardinals defense right now is Budda Baker and J.J. Watt. That's it. The other 9 are NPCs, in my personal opinion.
You're not wrong. But this 49ers team's a problem, and I think...
They are. They're an absolute problem.
And after the week that Philly had, I don't know if they can keep the top spot for long.
Well, they still got, 2-game lead?
More like a 3, probably.
They don't tell you. They're up by 1. Yeah.
Well,
they have a 1-game lead on Minnesota, 2-game lead on Dallas and New York.
I think that the 49ers make a real run. Dallas is good too.
What's good is I think they'll win the division.
Yeah.
So they'll at least get 1 home playoff game. They won't have to do what they did last year, going into Dallas, then going into Green Bay, and then going into SoFi.
Right.
LA. Inglewood, sorry.
Yeah.
They at least get 1 home playoff game, which I think might really help them.
I agree.
Even though beating the Cowboys and beating the Packers is a big confidence boost. But
yeah, well, you're not going to see the Packers this year.
No, you're not, because they have the same record as the Lions.
That's true.
I'll keep saying that as long as they have the same record. I will keep saying it.
Or if the Lions go ahead of them, that'll be hilarious.
My Packer friends better be prepared, because it's gonna be an endless wrath, especially if it ends. If the Lions end the season with a better record than the Packers, it's gonna be 6 months of nothing but hearing about it.
That's true.
Until they switch teams, because they probably will.
But anyway, guys, I think that's going to wrap it up for the week. I do not believe we have anything else to say about week 11. Kind of got it all out there. If you guys are watching over on YouTube, go ahead and leave a like on the video. It helps us out tremendously. Comment question of the day. What's this NFC card going to look like at the end? What do you guys think the predictions are? AFC, it's kind of sound right now. You just have a little bit of different teams kind of at the top spot, so it's going to be 2 main teams and just the other really good teams being in the wild card. But what are your guys' opinions? What are your guys' thoughts on it? If you're listening over on Spotify, go ahead and leave us a review. Hit us up on Twitter. Where can they find the show's page again?
8 and Day Show on Twitter.
There you go. But I am Kane, and this is Day, and we will talk to you guys later.